Here's how to fish my favorite rig, the Free Rig. Yesterday, I talked about bluegill style soft plastic, so the Flux gill from Berkley that just came out, the G-Crack bellows gill are great examples of these. And I mentioned that I fish these a lot on a Free Rig. And there's a few of you that had questions about what a Free Rig is, so I wanted to make a little refresher video. First things first, as a Korean American and someone that learned bass fishing in Korea, it is important to say that the Free Rig is purely a Korean rig. This was designed by two Korean pros in Korea to fish deeper parts of water in the tournaments they would have in Korea. But essentially all it is a EWG hook to a free sliding drop shot sinker. And what's really nice about the Free Rig is that you can be very flexible with the hook size. So this is like a 2/0, but you can use a 3/0 for most soft plastics. For your weight, I use a 1/4 ounce here, but you can go up to 3/8 ounce, even a 1/2 ounce, depending on your situation. And when it comes to the soft plastic that you use on the back of your Free Rig, you can use any kind of soft plastic you like. As you can see right now in this colder months, I've been using a Robo Nedworm just to be very finessey. But in general, soft plastics with a lot of appendages or something like these bellows gills or flux gills that catch a lot of water. The whole thing with the Free Rig is we want to make a separation between our hook and our bait and our weight. So if your bait on your hook is catching a lot of water, has a lot of drag, when we go to hop this bait underwater, this weight will want to separate because the bait is catching water and taking longer to move. And you're probably wondering, what are the benefits of a Free Rig over just a good old Texas rig? The big thing here is this free sliding drop shot weight. When we go to cast this, because this weight is free sliding on slack line, your bait will want to drop first, and then you have a soft plastic that takes a long time to fall. This means this is really great for casting really close to structure. So like if you're trying to fish dock pilings and you want to drop that bait right next to that piling when the bass are really close to it, this Free Rig becomes a great option for that. But also if you're using like a heavier drop shot weight, you can punch with it. You can do some light punching with this rig. Also on the cast, because these weights are longer than a Texas bullet sinker, when you cast these, this weight is going to go forward and allow for further casting distance. And once we cast this bait out and it hits the bottom, there's a few things we can do here. We can of course shake it, and you can get a really nice subtle shaking action. And once the bass come to eat this, right, because this weight is free sliding, they can take this bait and swim off of it and not really feel the weight. It'll feel very natural to them in their mouth. But the biggest thing here is when we have this bait on the bottom, when we go to hop this bait, you see how that weight wants to hop forward. That's huge. This weight is going to hop forward, and now your bait's behind it, just kind of like a Carolina rig, just free floating. And then you can slowly pull this bait to kind of catch up to the weight. Once it hits the weight, you hop it again. The Free Rig is my go-to rig throughout the year for any soft plastics. So if you want to try it out this year to catch your PB, save this video. So what are you waiting for? Get out there.